Hi, this is Cyrus from Indiana, and this is my second question on here, but I was wondering what you think of this modern psychedelic movement and group of people who really intensely believe a lot of the things they see while they're on psychedelic drugs. I was sucked into it for a while, and I still think that there's some benefit from some of the hallucinations you get, and you can have some metaphors for your own life come from them, but I definitely think there's people who take it way too far, and I was really just wondering what your input on that would be. Thank you.
As some of you may know about me, I actually was an addict for a long time. I was an addict for a couple of years after I left Jehovah's Witnesses. My life completely fell apart, completely crumbled. Didn't have anybody there to help me up. Didn't have anybody to help me in any way, shape, or form. My family completely abandoned me after I left. And from there came the dark times, for lack of a better term. I became an addict and did all kinds of bad stuff. I did try hallucinogenics at that time, years and years ago. I was like 19, basically, I think, at the time. 18 or 19. Anyway, I did acid. I think I have to be careful what I say because you can't endorse drug use on YouTube. I don't really remember what the specifics are. I'll be careful. Either way, I had some experiences that I felt were very profound and very important at the time, and I was afraid that I would forget that stuff. So I wrote it down as it was happening. And I remember coming up with really interesting metaphors for various different things in life. One metaphor I came up with was that a relationship with another person is like a rose hanging upside down where it's been cut off. There are no more nutrients coming into it, so it's hanging upside down. And as time goes on, the water drains down the stem and it hits thorns from time to time. And eventually it reaches the petals until it solidifies and all of the water completely dries up and the rose is frozen in place as it was the day that it was picked for the rest of eternity. For some reason, I thought that was extremely profound at the time. Like I said, this has been like many years. I don't think that the things that you say or think when you're doing that kind of thing are as profound as you think they are in the moment. They seem a lot more profound when you're coming up with the ideas. I'm sure people have come up with some really profound things when they were doing that, but the groups that form around this stuff largely form because they think that it's so profound in that moment, and they didn't have somebody outside of their bubble to kind of smack them and be like, that's not that special. It's not that profound. Sure, some of the stuff you say may be super profound, may be super awesome, but once you understand what's happening in your brain, the chemistry behind what's actually taking place, it becomes a lot less spectacular and magical and supernatural. It all boils down to chemistry ultimately. It's kind of disappointing to me because my favorite band of all time, Tool, absolutely love that band. Love them to death. I have some vinyls of Tool over on my collection back there behind me. They kind of fell into that trap in some ways. They're like super like wooey spiritual new age. It's really annoying in some ways to listen to their music and hear all the wooey new age bullshit. They as a band have really hit on something special though, like with their the sound that they all make when they come together. Just the perfect guitarist paired with the perfect bassist, paired with the perfect vocalist, paired with the perfect drummer. They're just really, really amazing as a band. It is kind of disappointing to me when I see people going down a really wooey road needlessly. The world, nature, your mind, it's all amazing stuff. You don't need to inject magic into it to make it seem more special and unique. Just the fact that our brains are operating the way they are with the chemistry involved is amazing in itself.